Hey guys, and welcome to my channel Modern Ukrainian Homestead. You might be interested how actually I'm using this amount of power to be applied to only this small set of batteries, because this is 100 amp hours batteries, like 100 amp hours each, and like they all make in series the 48 volt battery bank. But apparently you may guess that 2.5 kilowatts out of solar, I mean the array itself is 4.7 right now, but currently I'm getting only like 2.5 out of it because I'm limited by the wire size. And still, if you measure the current that's for DC, you see it's 51 amp that goes into. And you all guys know that for gel you cannot normally get into more than 0.2 C. And if it's 100 amp hours battery bank, then that should have been 20 amps. Now I'm getting into like 50. Let me show it to you again here. Here is the input cable. You see 50 something is getting inside. And I mean, nothing happens to these batteries. Why so? Because all that goes in, it immediately goes out. These two guys help really to drain the batteries at the exact same moment once they are charged. So if 50 goes in, here this one is out cable. Let me show it to you. It's almost 50 that is going out, right? And to see how much is left inside the batteries, you just measure somewhere in between to see if there is any current that flows inside. Yeah, there is something, like 1 point, a little bit, 1.2, 1.3. It might be more. It depends on how these two guys go. They may a little bit deviate with the amount of power they take off this battery bank. I mean, but the batteries themselves are only used as a buffer, so they don't have any troubles with being overcharged. Moreover, right now the wind goes, and the wind turbine still produces something. Here is one like 100 watts, 130, 140, 160. It depends, like, because the wind fluctuates, 200 right now. And there are a couple of more. This one gets into like 40 watts. This one goes also like 40 watts. This one produces like several watts, and like this one as well, but I cannot tell you how many watts, like 1 amp with 50 watts. So they all are connected still here, and it just works. It just works, you know? So here is also the place where I can measure and show you how much does it go directly to the battery, because this is the flow, the line that goes from the batteries and inside those dragging out inverters. So it takes out 48 amps at this exact place, and like this is the very limit of the cables that I have currently right now. That's why I'm not increasing the input power, because like that's the max. That's literally the max that they can bear. And like that's the next thing that I will have to improve here. I will probably also like change all these small inverters, charge controllers for the wind turbines that I'm using currently temporary, because the better ones already arrived, and this is the next stuff that I will be doing. I will probably be changing everything to be 48 volt to reduce the current itself, and I will make this single and same bus bar here, so like it will be so much easier for the cables to manage the load, so it will be distributed. It will be so much better. It will be reduced between the wires. Yeah, that's my message for you for today. Like, that's a very interesting scenario. You'd put into and immediately drag out, so these batteries don't get overcharged, and they receive only inside themselves, they receive only what they are supposed to take. Yeah, and like where does this all go? It just goes into different inverter. Let me show you. You see, by the way, I finished all the paving here. It took a nice amount of time to get this done for me, but yeah, it's done. And it all goes inside. This set of things, I will be changing this one to have it more, a little bit better organized, but it all goes in. On top you see it's 2 kilowatts of power that is going to something that's go from those two blue inverters and gets into as a microinverter input, and it works. It just works. Something is getting to be sold, something goes to the house load, and something even is getting stored to the battery, as you may see. That's a perfect setup, but still not a finished one. I will be improving it later, so stay tuned, subscribe for more, there'll be much more of this.